Before we start this once in a blue moon bonus episode, I want to let you know that I finally released 2 different smartphone apps that you can download and play for free. One known as Space Memes, which can be played on Apple and Android devices, and the other known as Walrus Jump, which can be played on Android. In Space Memes, you play as Saniji and Spoderduck as you travel the cosmos battling the intergalactic Illuminati army. In Walrus Jump, you play as Smooth Jazz Walrus as you jump up dodging green Illuminati bars. Both of these games are free to download and free to play. So after this video, go and download these apps to support Team Animation Rewind.
What did you just say?
Some questions are best left unanswered. In the words of Neil Armstrong, mystery creates wonder, and wonder is the basis of man's desire to understand. The statement holds true to many things, but not everything. Take for example the likes of W.D.Gaster and the Puppet, 2 entities who instead of solving mysteries, create their own for others to deal with. We can't solve every one of their antics, but what we can do is rewind rumble. The current state of both characters are shredded in mystery, however, we at least know some solid background information about their origins. Before Gaster was such a mystery, he had a high-ranking role as the head scientist for the Royal Guard. He was a master of technology and inventing. His prime invention was creating the core, which is the main source of power and electricity for all of the underground. Gaster made many advancements to improve life for the underground. He loved learning so much, but as the saying goes, curiosity killed the cat. The Puppet takes a different route. At the first pizzeria, William, aka Purple Guy, claimed his first victim by locking a child outside from a party, and then William left the kid's body for others to discover. The child rose from the grave through blind hatred and began to search for the Purple Guy, and at some point, this kid came across a puppet animatronic. Originally, this robot was created for the purpose of giving prizes to children in the prize corner. However, the soul used this animatronic as a new shell and possessed the puppet into what we know today. Currently, the fates of both characters are pretty bleak. Gaster is shattered across space and time, virtually making him stuck in limbo. This means he's everywhere and nowhere at the same exact time. He's been in limbo for so long that he can pinpoint locations strictly by focusing. However, he has plenty of trouble communicating with physical life forms from his original dimension, let alone fighting them. His only real way of actual combat would be through telecommunication, mind control, or sending long-distance protocols to his Gaster goat skulls. This is a tedious process, but with someone as smart as Gaster, it is something at least feasible. Moving back to the Puppet was responsible for the soul transfer of the toy animatronic band, and this thing is also known as Marionette. The Puppet enjoys listening to its music box. However, if the music box unwinds, the Puppet becomes extremely angry and dangerous. The Puppet is very intelligent. While focusing, it can easily know precisely where its targets are, physical targets of course. What makes him powerful is his ability to control and force souls into other possessions. The Puppet had the ability to grant the main band toy bodies and can create jumping hallucinations. So if you're a fan of all the haunted animatronics in the world, you can thank the Puppet, because he's the dude who takes the souls and brings them to life into animatronic bodies. The mysteries that these two bring to the play is uncountable. We can't solve them all, but there is one that I'm pretty sure I can solve. Who would win this Rewind Rumble? It's time we set ourselves a circumstance. The location of this battle is going to take place in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, giving a mental advantage to the Puppet. However, there will be no preparation, giving both characters an equal advantage for a first encounter when it comes to actually knowing about each other. With that circumstance bar finally loaded, it's time to Rewind Rumble. I did hope you enjoyed that animation, and if you did, special thanks to Team Animation Rewind's Droop the Hedgehog. Also, don't forget to check out Space Memes on iOS and Android devices, and don't forget to check out Walrus Jump for Android. Both games are free, and you can download them by clicking that top link down below. Thanks, and enjoy the post-analysis. Our winner is Gaster. Hopefully Gaster killed the puppet so hard that we never see Five Nights at Freddy's or Undertale on this channel ever again. This only happened because we needed a few extra days to make sure Goku vs. Saitama is as good as it can possibly be. We could have rushed it out for today, but trust me, this few day delay is going to ensure that the fight is kept in good hands. Gaster vs. the puppet would have been a Cartoon Fight Club episode, but instead of a Debbie Downer delay video uploaded onto this channel, I felt like at least uploading some type of bonus episode. But enough of an explanation as to why this episode exists. You're probably more concerned as to why the Gaster was able to beat the puppet in the first place. Or not if you know a thing or two about these guys, but anyway, one could argue that the puppet could easily take the Gaster's soul, control his will, and force it into any animatronic. However, there is two major problems for this to happen. One, Gaster is on a completely different dimensional reality than the puppet is, as he's stuck in limbo, no matter where his physical location just might be. And two, the puppet can only control souls that are outside of physical bodies, aka dead souls. That's why he has to kill anyone that enters the Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria. Gaster is still clearly alive. Just because he's stuck in limbo does not mean he's dead. Of course, the puppet could potentially kill Gaster and then control a soul, but to do that, he would have to have access into reaching Limbo. Maybe through electromagnetic waves he could communicate with the Limbo realm, but to physically have an effect on such a realm, the puppet would need dimensional hopping abilities, an ability which isn't in his arsenal. For Gaster to kill the puppet, he would need to send physical Gaster skulls to the third dimension and command those skulls to blast the puppet's animatronics bodies to bits. Doing this will be a challenge, considering the puppet can control the entire Five Nights at Freddy's cast, so Gaster would likely have to do this dozens of times to permanently get the job done. But eventually the puppet is going to run out of animatronic members, and this will end up being a one-on-one. Once this point is reached, a good Gaster Blast should be able to destroy the puppet, considering Gaster Blast attack the soul. And since the puppet has weak determination, a Gaster Blast would be super effective on it. If the puppet had a strong spirit, a strong determination, it wouldn't need other animatronics to do its dirty work. making the winner of this battle W.D.Gaster. Now thankfully or unfortunately, but mostly thankfully, I'm not offering any type of rematch. I don't want to touch Five Nights at Freddy's or Undertale on this channel in a consistent basis. Maybe like once a year or in a very rare scenario such as a bonus episode, Undertale could possibly slip through the cracks, but matchups like these belong on Cartoon Fight Club. This again was a very rare scenario where we needed to buy a few extra days to polish up Goku vs Saitama. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you did enjoy it. Don't forget to comment down your own ideas. Don't forget to download Space Memes and Walrus Jump for your smartphones. And stay tuned, though you should know who's fighting next on the next episode of Rewind Rumble. That's right, up next we have an epic 3D battle between Goku and Saitama, which is going to be animated by Team Animation Rewind's El Cheetahman YT. He's the same guy who made Spider-Man vs. Bumblebee, except this time he's going to make the animation much longer and much more action-packed, so get hyped for it. I'm Animation Rewind, and I'll fast forward to you later.